You are live. Let's see, what are we talking about? Let's check out this company, Vercel. Tell me all about Vercel. Powerful and versatile cloud platform designed to simplify the process of building, deploying, and scaling web applications with a particular focus on front-end development. Founded in 2015 by Guillermo as Zeet, it rebranded to Vercel in April 2020 and has since grown. Founded in 2015, wow. So 10 years, and rebranded to Vercel in April 2020 and has since grown into a leading solution for developers worldwide. The company is also the creator and maintainer of Next.js, a popular React-based framework that enhances server-side rendering and static site generation. As of May 24, Vercel is valued at $3.25 billion, reflecting its significant impact in the developer ecosystem. What they do: often described as front-end cloud, providing developers with tools and infrastructure to streamline the creation and deployment of web applications. Its core mission is to make web development faster, easier, and more accessible while ensuring high performance and scalability. Simplified development allows developers to deploy their projects with minimal configuration by connecting a Git repository, pushing code automatically, triggers a deployment. Alternatively, you can use the Vercel CLI or REST API for more control. Global Edge Network, built on a serverless architecture with Amazon Web Services and Cloudflare. It uses a global content delivery network to ensure fast load times and low latency worldwide. Serverless functions. Developers can write backend logic using serverless functions, edge functions, or serverless functions without managing servers, enabling features like authentication, API calls, or dynamic content generation. Preview deployments. Every pull request generates a unique preview URL, allowing teams to review changes in a live environment before merging them into production. Custom domains and HTTPS automatically provisions SSL certificates and supports custom domains, making it easy to brand and secure your application. Scales effortlessly to handle traffic spikes. Key features: Next.js integration. Creator of Next.js, Vercel offers seamless support for this framework, including features like incremental static regeneration and app router. Zero configuration. Out-of-the-box support for popular frameworks means you can deploy without complex setup. Analytics and observability. Insights into performance, traffic, and function execution help developers optimize their applications. Storage. Vercel KV, Postgres, blob storage. AI capabilities: Vercel AI SDK and V0, generative UI tool. Developers can integrate AI features or prototype interfaces using natural language prompts. V0 is definitely a big one. CLI and API. Programmatic control over deployments and project management. How it works: deploying a project on Vercel typically follows a straightforward process: upload or connect, push your code to a Git repository, or use the Vercel CLI to upload files directly. Build detects your framework, builds the project, optimize assets. Deploy. Build application is deployed to Vercel's edge network, and you receive a unique URL. Custom domains can be assigned as needed. Scale. Handle scaling automatically, spinning up resources as traffic increases. If you push a Next.js app to a GitHub repository linked to Vercel, a new deployment is triggered with each commit. You'll get a production URL and preview URLs for testing changes, all with zero manual server management. Ease of use. Developers can focus on coding rather than configuring servers or managing infrastructure. Global CDN and optimized builds ensure fast load times, improving user experience and SEO. Generous free tier makes it accessible for hobbyists, while paid plans cater to growing teams and enterprises. Features like deploy, previews, and team integrations enhance teamwork. Very interesting. Okay, so generous free tier. Alright, pricing is right here. Perfect for personal projects. Includes one user, 100 GB hours of function execution, 1 GB of storage, and basic features. Pro, 20 per month per usage. plus usage. Adds team collaboration 500 GBRs, 10 GB storage, more bandwidth with pay as you go pricing for additional usage. Enterprise. Usage based cost apply beyond the included limits, but recent updates are focused on reducing costs such as in function concurrency to lower execution expenses. Powers applications for companies like Airbnb, Nike, Uber, GitHub, and the Washington Post, showcasing its versatility across industries. Especially popular among front-end developers, indie hackers, and teams adopting Jamstack, JavaScript APIs markup, or composable architecture. Made strides in mobile development, hiring key talent like Fernando Rojo as head of mobile, hinting at competition with platforms like Expo. TurboPack, high-performance build tool, is nearing production readiness, significantly speeding up builds for large projects. AI innovations like V0 use models like GPT-4o and DeepSeek to generate UI, with plans to integrate internet search capabilities via Sonar. Sonar by Perplexity. While Vercel excels for front-end serverless use cases, it's not full back-end replacement. Complex back-end logic or heavy database operations might require integration with other services. Some developers also know that pricing can escalate with high usage, and the platform's opinionated nature might not suit every custom workflow. Game changer for developers who want to ship web applications quickly and reliably. Focus on DevX, performance, scalability combined with robust free tier makes it a go-to choice for solo developers, startups, and enterprise alike. Whether you're building a static site, dynamic app, or experimenting with AI-driven development, provides the tools to bring your ideas to life with minimal friction. Okay, very interesting. What are the major milestones in the history of Vercel since its inception? Originally founded as Zeet, has undergone significant evolution, transforming from a deployment tool into a comprehensive front-end cloud platform. Below are the major milestones in Vercel's history based on its growth, product developments, and strategic shifts. Gamo, Roch, a prominent developer known for creating Socket.io and co-creating Mongoose. Wow. I feel like I've heard of this name before. Founded Zeet on November 4, 2015 in San Francisco. The initial vision was to simplify deployment for Node.js applications. Zeet introduced Now, a command line tool that allowed developers to deploy applications with a single command, Now deploy. Abstracting away server management. This laid the groundwork for Vercel's focus on developer experience. Early growth and Now. Zeet released the first public version of its Now platform, enabling instant deployments with automatic scaling and domain provisioning. Significance. The platform gained traction among developers for its simplicity, competing with tools like Heroku, but with a focus on real-time serverless deployments. It supported Node.js and static sites initially. Next.js becomes a flagship product. Zeet launched Next.js 1.0 in 2016, but by 2018, around Next.js 7, it's solidified as a core part of the company's identity, introducing features like server-side rendering and static site generation. Addressed pain points in React development, making Zeet a leader in the front-end ecosystem. Its popularity drove adoption of the Now platform as Next.js projects deployed seamlessly on it. April 2020, rebranding to Vercel. Officially rebranded to Vercel in 2020, reflecting its broader ambitions beyond just deployment tools. The name Vercel, inspired by Vermilion and Cell, symbolize speed and modularity. What is a vermilion? I think it's a animal, right? Wait, what? Vibrant, bright red to reddish orange pigment, extensively in art and culture for centuries. Dense opaque with a brilliant hue, mercuric sulfide. Used in ancient Roman wall paintings and medieval manuscripts, it was a highly valued pigment often reserved for important works. Hazardous. Where's vermilion? So these all are vermilion. Vermilion. Traces of the Latin vermiculus, meaning curves. Curves are the dried bodies of insects of the genus Curms, used to produce this ancient red dye. Hmm. Dense opaque with a brilliant hue. Excellent hiding power, fairly light fast, but can darken over time due to exposure. Interesting. Vercel symbolize speed and modularity. This rebrand coincided with a 21 million Series A funding round led by Excel, signaling strong investor confidence and a shift toward a more comprehensive platform. June 2020. Wait, what? April 21 million Series A. June 2020. Wow. Just 2 months after the rebrand, Vercel secured 40 million Series B round led by GV, valuing the company at around 300. The funding accelerated product development, including enhancements to the edge network and preview deployments, cementing Vercel's position as a scalable solution for teams. October 2020, Next.js Conf and Vercel Analytics hosted the first Next.js Conf virtual event, introduced Vercel Analytics for real-time performance insights. Conference boosted Next.js's community with thousands attending and showcased Vercel's growing ecosystem, while Analytics added value for monitoring deployed apps. 150 million Series C and unicorn status. Everything's happening so fast. After, yeah, it's like you build for 5 years slowly, and then everything's happening super fast. Raised 150 million in Series C, led by GIC, reaching a 1.1 billion valuation and achieving unicorn status. The milestone underscored Vercel's rapid growth and adoption by enterprises like Airbnb and GitHub, expanding its focus to include large-scale deployments and team collaboration tools. Whoa. November 22, 250 million Series G. 250 million Series G round at 2.5 billion valuation, introducing edge functions for lightweight, globally distributed logic. Edge functions brought Vercel closer to a full-stack solution, competing with platforms like Cloudflare Workers, while the funding supported global infrastructure expansion. October 22. Released Next.js 13, introducing the app router Turbo Pack, Rust-based successor to Webpack, and improved ISR. These updates position Next.js as a cutting-edge framework, with Turbo Pack promising up to 10x faster builds. Vercel Storage and AI SDK. 23. Okay. Launch Vercel Storage, KV, Postgres, Blob, and the Vercel AI SDK, integrating AI capabilities into its ecosystem. Storage solutions reduce reliance on external databases, while the AI SDK enabled developers to build AI-driven features, aligning with the AI boom. May 24, 3.25 billion valuation and V0 launch. Valuation hit 3.25 amid continued growth, and it launched V0, generative UI tool powered by AI. V0 allowed developers to create interfaces from text prompts, build a login page, showcasing Vercel's push into AI-assisted development and reinforcing its innovation streak. October 24, Next.js Turbo Pack nears production. Vercel announced Turbo Pack's beta nearing production readiness, alongside mobile development hints, with Fernando Rojo's hiring as head of mobile. Who is Fernando Rojo? This has been mentioned 2 times now. Let's see. Speed improvement 700x faster than Webpack for large apps, certified Next.js's dominance, while mobile ambitions hinted at broader platform expansion. March 25, continued ecosystem growth. Vercel continues to refine its offerings with recent updates to concurrency in serverless functions and enhancements to Visio with internet search capabilities. These updates reflect Vercel's focus on cost efficiency, AI integration, and developer empowerment, maintaining its competitive edge in the cloud platform space. Foundation and early innovation with Now, rebranding, funding, and unicorn status. technical leaps with edge functions, Next.js enhancements, and storage AI tools, maturation with Turbo Pack, mobile expansion, and AI driven development. Fernando Rojo marks a significant milestone in the company's history, reflecting its expanding ambitions beyond web development in the mobile ecosystem. He joined Vercel in this newly created role, tasked with leading March 4. Okay, very, yeah, just like last week. Tasked with leading open source projects for both web and native mobile applications. Years in the making, can't wait for what's ahead. Time to ship. Historically focused on front-end web development with tools like Next.js into mobile space. Support for frameworks like React Native built on React, the foundation of Next.js, or creating new tools to streamline mobile developments, mirroring Vercel's success with web applications. The timing of Rojo's hiring coincides with hints from Vercel's leadership about mobile ambitions. Yeah, I think now everything is converging, right? Like Vercel has been doing a lot of back-end coding infrastructure for big enterprises. That's where Airbnb, GitHub, that's where it was focusing on. But it also now wants to, with Visio, it wants to get into these hobbies and single-person companies, because that's going to be the next thing. One-person billion-dollar companies. So you want to get into, and that's where Replit is doing pretty good. So now Vercel might be aiming to, yeah, go the Replit route as well. Roger's expertise, while not fully detailed in public records. Okay. Vercel's commitment to empowering developers across platforms, potentially positioning it as a one-stop solution for both web and mobile experiences. Let's look at the tweets. Things that set functions apart. Soft caps, hard caps, real-time usage, server-like concurrency management, 30,000 to 100,000 function calling, static IPs, VPC peering, VPNs, cross-region failover, cold start elimination and mitigation, invocation shielding, after response compute, no limits on logging, egress, full Node.js runtime, and bring your own, HTTPS streaming and caching by default, build and runtime OS, and version parity. Good guess, but no, I use Vercel because you have nice design. Okay, so GMO. Alright, we got blank cover photo over here. Excited to announce Jean DeWitt Grosser is joining Vercel as COO. She's a true believer in developers, open platforms, and the web. Can't wait to take Vercel to even greater heights with her. SF, London, Amsterdam, Tokyo, and NYC so far this year. Where should we do a Vercel meetup next? The NYC meetup. Your complete platform for the web. Okay, let's also check. Lee Robinson is building Vercel, teaching about React, Next.js, and the web. 160. Wow. AI SDK. AI SDK, the open source AI toolkit for TypeScript, built by Vercel. Okay, AI SDK. And this goes to sdk.vercel.ai. Okay. Yeah, this is really cool, like how people are now making separate Twitter accounts. Google's new Gemma 3 model is now available on the playground. So what do we have over here? Playground. Okay, let's go to Vercel website. Your complete platform for the web. Vercel. Vercel provides the developer tools and cloud infrastructure to build, scale, and secure a faster, more personalized web. This kind of websites are very interesting where I've seen these, like, especially your friend who was building a lot of websites using what is the website builder tool? I forgot. Wow. Where they keep this margin, and that's kind of the standard. That's pretty cool. Okay, looks neat. Runway build times went from 7 minutes to 40 seconds. Leonardo.ai saw a 95% reduction in page load time. Zapier saw 24x faster builds. Deploy AI app in seconds. Elevate from the swap the answer for Rolling Stones lyrics. Change my bubble to blue. I want to see it painted black. Black as night. Elevate your AI front end with Vercel. Pioneering AI solutions meet superior web performance. Get demo. Try v0.dev. What can I help you ship? Clone a screenshot. Import for Figma. Landing page. Sign up form. Calculate factorial. Analytics dashboard. Portfolio. Currency transfer animation. This is really cool, like what people are able to build. Prompting is all you need. So this is all it does. Okay. But really cool. Really cool. Vibe. Flowers and Saints. 237. What is this? Open and Visio. Press spacebar. Okay. Open it in a new tab. Whoa, what is this? What is this? Whoa. Whoa, this was made with Vercel? This is crazy. Whoa. Run. Run. Oh. That was scary. That guy was scary. Hey, beautiful game. So, okay, beautiful game. That was trippy. Okay, what do we have here? The AI toolkit for TypeScript from the creators of Next.js. AI SDK is free open source library that gives you the tools you need to build AI powered products. Okay, NPI AI, Wizard Playground, Perplexity Superbase, Vercel Sitecore, Chick-fil-A, Chatbase, Unified Provider API, Hugging Face, Generative UI, Make a Music Player, Framework Agnostic, Streaming AI Responses, don't let users wait for AI responses, send them instantly. Suli, the AI SDK is probably the best way to build an AI app right now. You can go from idea to working AI app in 15 minutes. It's made working with LLMs 10x more enjoyable and we ship faster. One of the first tools I reach for when I'm building an AI powered feature in TypeScript. Vercel AI SDK is very good actually. Huge shout out to Vercel. Is it free to use? Yes. And open source? Yes. Perfect. Web apps. Adobe saw 6x faster web faster builds and deployment. Chick-fil-A builds decreased by 99.96%. Neo saw 50% reduction in infra admin effort. Stripe saw 100% uptime during Black Friday. Box saw 300% more page views. Hydro improved core web vitals by 50%. Ruggable gained 300% more organic clicks. Sonos saved 1 year of developer time. Chico saw 98% faster build times. Super serves thousands of domains from one code base. Hashnode page load decreased by 5%. Zapier saw 24x faster builds. From localhost, this is exactly how you want your resume to be built. Top company names and clear metrics, clear, simple numbers. Page load decreased by 5%, 24x faster builds. From localhost to HTTPS in seconds, deploy from Git to your or our CLI. What will you ship? Collaborative pre-production. Every deploy is remarkable. Chat with your team on real production grade UI, not just designs. Oh, this I love this feature from Figma. What do they call it? Cursor chat. Sort out the button for some variants we needed. How about this instead? I like it. Does this work with the brand? Tweaks. Mamuso. That looks great. Mamuso. Privacy friendly, lightweight analytics. Upgrade your post launch workflow with actionable real time insights. Go ahead, deploy on Friday, instantly roll back to a working deployment. Instant rollbacks, update bento box design. Error on query. Move fast, don't break things. Keep quality high while maintaining velocity with enterprise monorepos. Excellent. Code owners. Scale your enterprise without compromising security. Security that scales with you. Imagine security guys coming here and just doing this, playing with this. Wow. Vercel tries to maintain and provide a secure front-end cloud experience. A shared responsibility model conveys the importance of our partnership with our customers. ISO, SOC, PCI, HIPAA, GDPR, DPF. Scalable application security and DDoS mitigation with Vercel firewall. Multi-layer protection against application layer attacks. Edge localized protection. L3, L4 protection on at every edge decision. Your site stays protected without adding latency. Protect your site when under attack. Wow. Custom rule management for everybody. Instantly create and enforce the rules unique to your business. Trusted by most security conscious teams. Wiz, Laurentian Bank, TrueSec, OpenAI. Vercel Edge Network. Abnormal. Extend your backend. Create a secure isolated bridge from Vercel to your on-premise backend or Kubernetes services with Vercel Secure Compute. Automatic failover. Traffic is routed to the nearest region in the face of incidents or network outages for resilient protection against full regional downtimes. Designed for high availability. Every layer of Vercel's infrastructure designed for ultimate redundancy and resiliency, multi-layered redundancy, workspace security, security in the software development lifecycle, confirm and catch issues before they become security vulnerability. Code owners ensure the right people review the right code with the right context. Deploy once, deliver everywhere. When you push code to Vercel, we make it instantly available across the planet. More about infrastructure. Learn about enterprise. Deployed. Vercel side, git push. These kind of interactive websites are beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. Everywhere something is happening. Yeah, over here you can just copy this code, over here this animation is moving. All the data connect with content commerce or database platforms, bridging the best of client and server rendering. Deploy your first app in seconds. Next.js, React, Nuxt, Astro, Python. Start deploying. Wow, there's just animations everywhere. Talk to an expert. Get an enterprise trial. Get demo. Talk to our sales team. Get a custom demo. Set up your enterprise trial 6x faster to build and deploy, 90% faster time to market. TripAdvisor. Vercel makes our developers happier and lets us go to market quicker. Sonos. Your company needs products. Yeah, like when you are the top tier, when you want to be the top tier coding platform, your things have to just like stick. Your things have to be top tier. Hobby, free forever. Fluid compute, DDoS, mitigation, web, application firewall, community, support, everything in hobby, plus observability tools, faster builds, cold start prevention, advanced WAF protection, email support, enterprise, everything. 99.99% SLA, advanced support. 20 days saved on daily bills. 98% faster time to market, 300% increase in SEO, 6x faster to build and deploy. Customers blog, changelog, press, marketplace, templates, guides, partner finder, solutions, AI apps, composable commerce, marketing sites, multi-tenant platforms, web apps, platform engineers, AI apps. Traditional serverless waste idle time. It fails to efficiently utilize available resources during periods of inactivity. Fluid maximizes available compute time. This significantly optimizes your compute footprint and resource efficiency. Server-like concurrency in a serverless world. Start building your AI app. OpenAI, Claude, Hugging Face, next big thing. Bringing AI to every dev team. Leonardo, OpenAI. Oh, okay. Marketing sites, making the web better. Turn websites into lightning fast, high converting launch pads to grow your customer base. Chico's Neo. Turn your .net.com into your digital front door. Personalization, let your customers know you get them without compromising speed. And you can see how much work has been done on this entire website. This is crazy. This is crazy. So many graphics, so many animations, so much text. A/B testing, iterate to greatness. Serve experiments within 15 milliseconds. Join the best teams. Create account. Feature flag management, stay in the flow, manage flag overrides for your application from the Vercel toolbar. Wow, wow. These are not just animations, they're also just buttons. Wow. Analytics. Start measuring your traffic, get real-time insights into so you can easily validate new changes. Dynamic at the speed of static. Collaboration is key. Instant rollbacks. Unity, Stripe, Loom, Notion. How Notion powers rapid and performant experimentation. 0.09 average cumulative layout shift score, 300% increase in speed to deploy hotfixes. 2 minutes read. Yeah, this is how you want to do a case study. You want the exact numbers, you want the call to action, you want a one line heading, increase iteration velocity and run hundreds of experiments, and then you want a video, a quick video of actually what's happening. Improving iteration velocity. With a small team focused on the marketing side, Notion required an infrastructure solution that enabled quick updates without compromising performance. Deployed its marketing side using ECS. The team of engineers were web experience specialists and didn't have the resources to spend on configuring infrastructure, leading to challenges with handling traffic spikes, auto-scaling issues, and long deployment times. Moving to Vercel simplified these processes by abstracting away infrastructure maintenance. As a result, the team could focus on faster iterations without worrying about complex deployment setups. Marketing teams saw a significant boost in development velocity thanks to features like fast deploys and instant rollbacks. Now takes 15 minutes, and rolling back changes happen in seconds. Composable commerce. Build the brand you want, break free from the preset designs and inflexible templates with the latest in modern framework development. With the previous managed service, we were restricted to their platform, so we were restricted to what we were able to build. Going headless allowed us to keep the power of that commerce backend and bring in the UI flexibility of Next.js. Sites that make search engines as happier as your customers. What will you ship? Personalize your audience, pre-render versions for your site with middleware. Best practices built in, static analysis that pushes your performance forward. Get experimental. Observe tools to measure real user experience on the devices they're using. Performance and precision. Data from anywhere, intelligently cached, optimized for everywhere. With a reduced load on both your backend and the client sides are performant no matter what device your user is visiting from. Shopify Medusa, BigCommerce. Partial pre-rendering, ultra-quick static edge delivery with fully dynamic capabilities. Welcome back. Shop now. Is this button working? No. Web apps focus on features, not infrastructure. Runway, 91% decrease in build times. Replicate. Powerful compute, zero overhead. Superior performance. Our core business is banking and financial services, so now we are able to invest our engineering resources in building features for those users instead of building infrastructure. This is great. This is exactly what the internet should be. That you should be only focused on things that you are really, really good at and what you really want to spend all your time doing. Everything else should be taken care by other people who are really good at those things. And once you become good at one thing, you not only solve the problem for yourself, but you also build a system, you build a company so that you solve the problem for other people. And this is exactly what we are seeing now. Like as we move into this future, As we move into this future, we'll see more and more like, okay, Neo is only focused. What Neo needs to be really good at is banking. So everything else should be taken care of by other people, and that entire process should be very easy. You should just fit in into the process, fit into their process, their systems, and that's it. That's how we all need to configure ourselves. Wow. Okay. Also, it's so beautiful outside today. So beautiful. I'm gonna go out, grab some coffee, and enjoy this beautiful morning. Let's see. Tell me the story of Vercel founder. Tale of technical brilliance, entrepreneurial drive, and relentless focus on improving the developer experience. Born in Argentina, rose from a self-taught programmer to a globally recognized figure in the tech world, founding Vercel and creating Next.js, a framework that has reshaped modern web development. Born on May 18, 1988. Oh, so he's exactly 36 right now. No, 35. Buenos Aires, Argentina. Growing up in a country with a burgeoning tech scene, he displayed an early aptitude for programming. By age 11, he was already experimenting with code, teaching himself through online resources and trial and error, a testament to his curiosity and resourcefulness in an era before widespread coding boot camps or formal tech education in Argentina. As a teenager, he immersed himself in open source communities, a decision that would shape his career. At 17, while still in high school, he began contributing to projects and building tools that caught the attention of developers worldwide. His early work focused on JavaScript, a language then gaining traction for its versatility and web development. Rise to prominence, Socket.io, and open source. First major breakthrough came in 2010 at age 22 with the creation of Socket.io, a JavaScript library for real-time bidirectional communication between web clients and servers. Developed during his time at LearnBoost, a San Francisco-based edtech startup he joined after moving to the US. Socket.io addressed the complexities of WebSockets and fallback mechanisms, making real-time features like chat or live updates accessible to developers. The project exploded in popularity, becoming a cornerstone of Node.js applications and earning Roch widespread, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the right way, but yeah, Roch widespread recognition. Before Socket.io, he had already made waves with Mo Tools, a JavaScript framework that he co-created as a teenager. Showcased his knack for simplifying complex problems, a theme that would define his later work. His open source contributions, often released under permissive licenses, built him a reputation as a prodigy with a collaborative spirit. Entrepreneurial ventures. After leaving LearnBoost, co-founder CloudUp in 2012, file sharing service designed for speed and simplicity. Caught the eye of Automatic, the company behind WordPress, which acquired it in 2013 for an undisclosed sum, rumored to be around 5 to 10 million. He briefly joined Automatic as a principal engineer working on real-time features for WordPress.com. But his entrepreneurial itch soon pulled him back to founding his own ventures. His experiences at startups and his frustration with the fragmented state of web development tools began to crystallize into a vision, a platform that could unify and simplify the process of building, deploying, and scaling applications. Founding Zeet 2015. At age 27, wow. So at 22, he created Socket.io. Then he made CloudUp. He sold CloudUp to Automatic. He spent time there as principal engineer. He founded Zeet in San Francisco with a mission to streamline web development. The company's first product now was a command line deployment tool that allowed developers to ship Node.js apps or static sites with a single command. Launched publicly in 2016, now abstracted away server management, offering automatic scaling, domain provisioning, and global CDN. Ideas ahead of the time in the serverless movement. His philosophy was clear: developers should focus on coding, not infrastructure. Zeet's early success came from its appeal to JavaScript developers, a community Raj knew intimately from his Socket.io days. Funding followed quickly with a 2.2 million seed on 2016 from investors like Excel and Y Combinator. A game changer. Released Next.js, React based framework that simplified server side rendering, static side generation, and client side rendering. Born out of his frustration with React's complexity for production apps, offered a zero configuration experience, making it easy to build fast, SEO friendly web applications. The initial release was modest but gained traction rapidly, especially after Zeet began integrating it with Now for seamless deployments. He wrote much of the early Next.js codebase himself and ensured the framework reflected his developer first ethos, became the flagship product driving the company's growth and setting the stage for its evolution into Vercel. Outgrown its original scope, rebranded it to Vercel, name he chose from its connotations of speed and modularity. The rebrand coincided with the 21 million Series A, reflecting shift from deployment tool into full-fledged front-end cloud. 40 million Series B, 150 Series C, 250 Series D, reaching 3.5 B in 24. Vercel expanded its offerings, edge functions, Vercel storage, AI SDK v0, while Next.js evolved into features like the app router and turbo pack. His ability to anticipate developer needs kept Vercel at the forefront of the Jamstack and serverless movement. Often described as intense yet approachable, is deeply technical and community driven. Is active on X, where he engages with developers, shares updates, and even responds to feature requests such as defending Next.js's client-side routing in December 24. His Argentine roots influence his global perspective. Is fluent in Spanish and English, often connecting with Latin and American developers. Leadership emphasizes open source and simplicity, though he's faced criticism for Vercel's pricing model and occasional bugs in rapid release. At 36, he balances his role as CEO with coding, famously stating, "I'm a developer first." Mobile development, AI-driven tools like V0, his net worth, while private, is estimated in the tens of millions, tied to Vercel's billion-dollar valuation is the equity stake. Married with children, Raj keeps his personal life low-key, focusing public energy on Vercel's mission, empowering developers to build the future of the web. Stories one of persistence, innovation, and knack for turning pain points into products. Vercel and Next.js stand as his most enduring contributions. Aim to make the web faster, simpler, and more delightful for everyone. The best tools are the ones that get out of your way. The best tools are the ones that get out of your way. A recurring theme in his work, this reflects his design philosophy behind Next.js and Vercel, emphasizing minimal configuration and frictionless workflows. Zero config approach. The best tools are the ones that get out of your way. Developers shouldn't have to think about servers, they should think about code. 2016 Zeet launch event for Now encapsulates his vision for serverless deployment, which became a cornerstone of Vercel's platform. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication in software. Echoed Leonardo da Vinci to underline his focus on reducing complexity for developers, a principle driving Next.js's evolution. Making React not just usable but delightful. Shared during the 1.2 announcement 2016, highlights his goal to enhance React with features like server-side rendering and static generation. Shared during the Next.js 1.0 announcement in 2016, this highlights his goal to enhance React with features like server-side rendering and static generation. Next.js is about making React not just usable but delightful. The web is the most powerful platform ever created, and we are still underutilizing it. From a keynote at Next.js Conf 2021, expresses belief in the web's potential, pushing for tools like Next.js to unlock faster, more dynamic experiences. Faster, more dynamic experiences. TurboPack is not just about speed, it's about making development feel instantaneous. Announced in 22, this quote about TurboPack, Rust based build tool, reflects his obsession with performance and developer productivity. We are building the front end cloud so developers can ship anything, anywhere, instantly. From a 2020 blog post after the Z2 Vercel rebrand, this defines his ambition to be the go to platform for front end development. Our job is to empower developers to focus on what matters, creating value for users. Spoken in 23 interview with TechCrunch after the Series D funding, he emphasized Vercel's role in removing infrastructure burdens. AI isn't here to replace developers, it's here to make us superhuman. 2024 X post about V0. Vercel's AI driven UI tool, Raj framed AI as an enhancer of human creativity, aligning with Vercel's AI SDK and V0 launches. V0 is actually really cool, and I think I should start using it, so I'll put it in over here so I remember. Yeah, so it's very, yeah, we need to keep using it more and more. Framed AI as an enhancer of human creativity, aligning with Vercel's AI SDK and V0 launches. The next decade of the web will be defined by speed, scale, and simplicity. Speed, scale, and simplicity. He hinted at mobile app expansion, TurboPack production readiness, tying it to Vercel's roadmap. Open source is the heartbeat of innovation. It's how I started, and it's how we will grow. Reflecting on his early days with more tools and Socket.io in a 2018 podcast, underscored his commitment to keeping Next.js open source and community driven. Open source is the heartbeat of innovation. It's how I started, and it's how we will grow. I read every GitHub issue. The community tells us where to go next. Showing his hands on approach to feedback, which has shaped features like the app router and incremental static regeneration. I'm a developer first. I build what I would want to use. Dual role as CEO and coder, emphasizing his empathy for developers' needs. I started coding because I was curious. I'm still curious. This ties back to his self-taught roots in Argentina and his lifelong passion for problem solving. Shipping is the ultimate truth. Everything else is noise. Response to debates about Next.js features, reinforcing his focus on delivering working software. Shipping is the ultimate truth. Everything else is noise. Mobile is the next frontier. We are just getting started. We are just getting started. Okay. Let's see. What are some criticisms of Vercel? Pricing and cost overruns. Pricing model, particularly for the pro and enterprise tiers, is often cited as expensive or unpredictable, especially for high traffic applications or heavy serverless function usage. The free hobby tier is generous, but beyond that, costs scale with usage. Developers reported bills ballooning unexpectedly, especially for apps with frequent API calls or large asset delivery. 2023 exposed from a developer complained Vercel's pricing is a trap. Free tier lures you in, then you are hit with $100 plus for a side project. Has mitigated with somewhat with in-function concurrency updates, reducing execution costs. The perception of sticker shock lingers. Vercel argues that scalability justifies the cost, and the free tier remains competitive compared to AWS or Heroku. Opinionated ecosystem and lock-in. Vercel's tightly integrated ecosystem, especially its reliance on Next.js and serverless architecture, can lead to vendor lock-in, making it hard to migrate away without significant refactoring. Features like Vercel's edge functions preview deployments and automatic scaling are optimized for its platform, often requiring Vercel-specific configurations. Developers using non-Next.js frameworks or needing custom backend setups sometimes feel constrained. Vercel is great until you realize your app is a Vercel app, not a portable one. Critics argue this contrasts with more flexible platforms like Netlify or AWS. Vercel markets this as a strength, offering a streamlined experience for those who buy into its vision. Heavily front-end focused on its serverless functions, Edge and serverless are seen as inadequate for complex back-end logic or long-running processes. Have a 10-second execution limit on the hobby tier. This makes Vercel less suitable for CPU-intensive workloads and database with heavy queries or traditional monolithic backends compared to platforms like Render or DigitalOcean. 24th thread criticized Vercel's serverless is a toy for APIs. Try running a real backend and it chokes. Vercel and Next.js's fast-paced development sometimes introduce bugs or breaking changes, frustrating users who rely on stability. Next.js updates have occasionally shipped with incomplete documentation or unexpected behavior like hydration errors or routing quirks. Vercel's platform has also faced outages or deployment hiccups, though rare. Defended the client-side routing on X after users reported issues, prompting replies like "fix the bugs before adding features." Often pile up during major releases. Vercel's team is responsive with Roch and engineers like Lee Rob, engaging directly on X and GitHub to address feedback. Cold start latency and serverless functions. Vercel's serverless functions suffer from cold start delays, impacting performance for infrequent or latency sensitive requests. Cold starts where a function instance spins up after being idle can take 100 to 500 milliseconds or more in some regions, a common serverless trade-off but noticeable compared to always on servers. Cold starts make it unusable for real-time APIs unless you pay for constant uptime. Touts its global edge network and recent optimizations as solutions, though cold start remain inherent to serverless. Documentation gaps. While extensive sometimes lags behind new features or lacks depth for edge cases, leaving developers to experiment or seek community help. Vercel docs are a maze. Half the time, I'm guessing how to use the new toys. Actively improves docs based on feedback in its community. Next.js Discord is a robust resource. Perceived hype over substance. Some detractors argue Vercel leans too heavily on marketing and hype, especially around Next.js and AI tools like Visio, while glossing over limitations. Overhyped. Critics point to competitors like Cloudflare Pages or Fly.io as quieter, more practical alternatives. Reddit thread quipped, Vercel's all sizzle, no steak. Great for demos, meh for production. While innovative has been mocked as a gimmick by some. Vercel's adoption by giants like Airbnb and GitHub counters this, proving its real-world utility. Non-enterprise users often find Vercel's support lacking, and even enterprise-tier customers report slow response times or rigid policies. It's so beautiful outside. Vercel support ghosted me on a $500 bill dispute. Great platform, terrible help. Prioritizes self-service and automation, typical of serverless platforms, and offers SLA-backed support for enterprise. Okay, that's the stream on Vercel. Wow, we have 59 minutes, 45 more seconds to go. In 45 more seconds, I would like to go to Guillermo's Twitter and maybe look for an interesting tweet. Geist, $0. I did not realize just how expensive fonts were. Thanks for providing an additional information to use this. The cost, whoa, $18,700 per year. If you'd like to go ahead with that, we can email you an invoice. Wow. Open font license. Paying for a font is insane, to be honest. Most quoted font. Release the Pixel Kraken. Hmm. Turns out imagination was indeed more important than knowledge. You can just ship popular things. Cursor directory stats 30 days. All running on Superbase, Nano Instance, and Vercel. Prediction. V0 is like a dream weaver. It's absolutely wild to me that Apple swiftly turned off E2 encryption off customer iCloud data, the request of a tyrannical government, and how quickly people moved on from the topic. Hmm. Software development will closely resemble the evolution of self-driving cars. Considered for many years intractable, now run of the mill for a large subset of rides over taxi, all mobility within sight. The key metric to watch is disengagement rate, how frequently the human operator needs total takeover coding to driving. Occasional human takeover and steering still needed, remote takeover to get the program unstuck or figure out dilemmas. Success is predicted on the successful interoperability with the existing environments and tools, existing programming languages, runtimes, frameworks, street signs, pedestrians, rather than resetting the landscape. This is very interesting because we were having a similar conversation last time with our friends that success is predicated on the successful interoperability with the existing environment and tools. This is really important because even today, the humanoids, there's a reason why we make robots that look exactly like humans, because humans design this world, and humans design this world so that it can be operated by humans. So, the best way, you can either go and build a robot that is specific, that is application specific, like okay, if you want a vacuum cleaner, then you can just have that small round, I forgot what it's called, but small round vacuum cleaner that just goes around. It's shape of a disc, that's it. It's shape of a, yeah, it's shape of a disc, that's it, and just goes around your house and cleans it up. But then okay, if you want something that application specific, something that chops vegetable, you have something which is like a box which just sits on the counter and just like chops. You just put a vegetable on it and starts chopping. But you can, but so now either you have a world where you have application specific robots, too many, or you just have one humanoid that looks like human, and because everything was designed for humans, it just does the same thing. It just does the same thing. It can use the vacuum cleaner just like a human user. It can chop vegetables with a knife just like a human does. And that's very interesting. Interoperability with the existing environment, and tools, rather than resetting the landscape. Very interesting. Oh, this is our friend, and her post was reposted by Guillermo. Great design. Oh, they said windsurf. Be meaning to try out windsurf. Ibrahim. Nice. Marcus. Do we know him? Building Minted New York. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And Minted Health. Minted New York. Yes, yes. Let's say congrats to Ibrahim. Ibrahim. Congrats. Perfect. Wait, let's go back to Guillermo. It's actually very interesting because you are building a tool for developers, and all these developers are now using a tool to build cool stuff. You're pretty much just retweeting a bunch of interesting products that people have built using a tool. Codename Devon. Devon. Google Earth has time travel for maps, and its so cool Marina and the Palace of Fine Arts in 1938. It's actually really cool just to walk over here, walk in this area. These are all beautiful houses. Wait, did we have Golden Gate Bridge then? Or no? This is really cool. Planet Scale, SF. Have I heard of Planet Scale? The database platforms now. I thought there was a community. There's more like a hacker house. macOS is finally God sees. Okay. vSphere is amazing. Offices lead to greater connection, inspiration, community, productivity, and well-being. We opened an office in Berlin last week and 99x happier now. Vercel. Engineering and jack of all trades. Vercel. The web should be fast, secure, and beautiful. The web should be fast, secure, and beautiful. Offices lead to greater connection, inspiration, community, productivity, and well-being. And well-being. Go is great. How it started, how it's going. If you're a Vercel Enterprise customer, you get my phone number for 24/7 support. Terms and conditions apply. Migrated the most complex and highly trafficked part of our sites today from PHP Heroku to Next.js Vercel. The migration was incredibly smooth and the site is humming. It's so fast. We also incorporated our dash built into the migration. The whole thing is slick, man. Thanks for all the help. We experienced virtually zero downtime in the cutover. It was wild. Site speed performance is now 3x better since release. Hyperlinks are underrated. Thrilled to announce compile infrastructure belongs to the native realm. Shout out to Evan and many others who have been pushing in this direction for years. Sit back and enjoy Starlink in-flight Wi-Fi with no logins or passwords. The sweetest words in English language. Whoa. JSX. From now on, this is how you fly. See you at the hangar. Share your JSX journey. Wow. Sit back and enjoy our Starlink in-flight Wi-Fi with no logins or passwords. The sweetest words in the English language. Wow. This is really cool. Like Starlink. Starlink is going to be doing crazy stuff. A 3JS flight simulator that's rendered in ASCII. ASCII. Hyperside Grok 3 is a truly amazing model. In a world of infinite possibility, the alpha is in focus, quality, and depth. In a world of infinite possibility, the alpha is in focus, quality, and depth. Beautiful. Never change Bay Area. Since its 2017 rebuild, every owner's children have gone. What? Since its 2017 rebuild, every owner's children have gone on to Harvard or Stanford, paving the way for even greater achievements. What? A legendary home where success is part of its history. Now it is ready to pass on its extraordinary energy to the next family, nestled in a serene cul-de-sac among grand luxury homes, all built in 1985 or later as part of a newer development, with all utility lines buried underground. This residence embodies craftsmanship, refinement, and timeless elegance. The formal foyer opens to a light-filled living room with vaulted ceilings. 4.8 mil. Wow. Same. I've got something cooking. I'm gonna tell my kids this was macro data refinement. Don't overthink it. Build products that bring joy to people in their personal or professional lives. Angry pumpkins. Wow. Software is now content. We're starting to see the era. We're starting to see the era of apps as content. Plan accordingly. Would be good time for a link aggregator of all sorts, maybe a place to dig your favorite links. I cannot believe I just asked Claude to make the dogfight ultra realist. Hit impact, smoke when damage, explosion on death, free fall with smoke. It feels so good to fly. Awesome plane and controls 100% cursive with zero code edition from me. Look at this. This is really cool. Wow. Wipe coding. Daytime building the healthcare we deserve. Doctor lib nighttime wipe coding games with AI. Last game fly dot zulu dot fun. Wow. Wow. Okay. There is no audio file. The physics of this game is so well done. Wow. Wow. This guy gets it. Learn from you. Dig. Yes, Dig is also coming up. Rebooting 2025. Dig Nation. Pay some respect to women's sports. Surprise Dig Nation appearance tonight. Thanks for having me, Kevin Rose. Time to resurrect Dig, and I couldn't be more excited to build with you all. Play as society. Play as society. Okay, okay. Dig is coming back. That's good. They got a great name. That is good. Software is now content. Major kudos and gratitude to for working relentlessly over 15 years on 3D open source infrastructure on the web. Sun is back. Sun is back. I'm so excited to go out. Lee Robinson, excited to partner with AWS to deliver the best possible developer experience on cloud infrastructure in one place. Visio Ultra for power users. 30 to 50x more messages than free. Priority access to newer models. Early access to newer features. ChatGPT now refers 4.8% of new Vercel signups and is growing very fast. It was less than 1% 6 months ago. OpenAI is gaining real ground on Google. FYI, another important data point is that our data shows these are much more intentful and higher quality signups. It's now a game with persistent. This V0 is what nightmares are made of. It's now a game with a persistent leaderboard. Wow. Zoom reaction game. It might be due to this, but hard to tell. The new SEO. We got Doom running in TypeScript types before GTA 6. It's not X, it's the X platform, the everything app, every time you say it. SF Design Meetup is fire. Sharing the design lessons of V0 and how we dog food it to build V0. Future Wipe Coding Station. All the problems that infra and AI companies face with consumption billing, high throughput, usage data logs, credit, pre-commits, should have been solved by some kind of enterprise hybrid blockchain solution. Crypto fell asleep at the wheel. It's just too expensive, and any low cost chains are not really decentralized, so you might as well be on a traditional data store. The problem with the traditional data store is you end up solving the same problems over and over again, introducing your own novel bugs and ending up with fewer assurances. These systems, in their public variety, have gone through intense security and correctness scrutiny. Hmm. People have written these ledgers and data stores, run them in semi decentralized fashion, have well understood correctness, durability guarantees, have support for extension via VMs, WASM, smart contracts. There's a lot of utility there. A lot of utility there. So fun to chat with. I think I know him. Jeff. Whoa, look at those eyes. Wow. Okay. Not a VC entrepreneur. Bedrock. So many people I care about serving in the new administration to a person. They're each phenomenal, and I could not be more excited for them. Perfect. Okay. That is the stream.